seat. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Evening. And welcome to the 2025th swearing-in ceremony for the Charlotte City Council. I want to say we ought to give a big hand of applause for Philip O'Berry Academy, Technology and Marketing. I want to thank everyone for coming. And now I officially call this meeting to order to be the part of our community's choices so that we can really work together. So I want to thank everyone again, and this meeting is now called to order. Let's start with our dais, and so that we'll have everyone introduce themselves. And we'll start with our city clerk.
Stephanie Kelly, City Clerk.
Andrea Leslie Pike, City Attorney.
Tijuana Brown, it's been an honor to serve you in District 3.
Good evening. I am Marjorie Molina, and I represent District 5.
Good evening. I'm Renee Johnson, and I'm honored to serve District 4.
Good evening, everyone. James Mitchell representing you at large.
Marcus Jones, City Manager.
Vi Lyles, Mayor.
Good evening, Dante Anderson, Mayor Pro Tem, District 1.
Good evening, Malcolm Graham, District 2.
Hello, Ed Driggs, District 7.
Edwin Peacock, District 6.
Good evening, Luana Mayfield, Council Member at Large.
Good evening, I'm Victoria Wallington, and I have the pleasure of serving you as a member at large.
Good evening, Dimple Ajmera at large.
I want to thank the family and friends that are in the audience today to support their loved ones, to acknowledge the service of our new and returning council members. To start this evening, we will have an invocation by my pastor, Reverend Dr. Clifford Jones of Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, followed by a presentation of colors from the Charlotte Department Honor Grade. So, Pastor.
Could people stand?
Yes, please stand.
All who are able, would you please stand with us? Eternal God, our sovereign provider and keeper, you are eternal. As we bow before you this evening, we bow in utmost gratitude and humility. Gratitude for all that you've provided for your creation in spite of those that you created, who were not always faithful, honest, fair, loving, or caring. Grateful that in spite of our limitations, you have been faithful.
Amen.
For which we are grateful.
Thank you, Lord.
As we bow this evening, during this swearing-in ceremony and time of excitement and expectation for our city, for our county, for our community, for our nation, for our state, for our world, we ask that you would continue in your own particular way, not only bless our mayor, but all of this council, whether they're at large or district. We pray for them, Lord, for we know that the day will surely come when they will have to stand before you, and you will raise issues about the issues that they raised. So we pray for them. And we ask that you would be merciful and help all of us not just to see that this is just a swearing-in ceremony and but to see a larger picture of life for the least of these. Yes, Father, while we stand here and sit here comfortably, we're driven by persons that are cold, are hungry, all along our streets. We're driven by homes where there are those inside who are afraid to come out or send their children out or go to work. Shouldn't be like that, Lord. Help us to make this truly a land of the free and a home of the brave. Amen. Let this be a place of peace and goodwill. Well, Lord, you know we could talk a long time, but you know where I am. So I thank you for the time.
Amen.
I thank you for the time.
Amen.
And ask your blessings and your spirit of empowerment and discernment upon our mayor, his council, staff, and all. And yes, Lord, there are many traditions and religious faiths in our community for which we are better, and we thank you for all. But as a Christian, I do say, in the name of our Lord, who is the Christ, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're not doing the pledge, please.
Guard. Guard and pledge.
What color guard is that?
I'm deeply thoughtful and grateful for the ministry that our church has. Thank you so much, Pastor. So, if we can have a seat now. I'd like to invite our Charlotte Fire Honor Guard to post the colors.
Honor Guard. Hup, hey, hup. Forward. March.
That's what I said.
Honor guard. Halt. Left. Face.
Capture a seat.
Honor Guard. Present. Oh.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, Kaylee, thank you very much for leading us in that program. Thank you. All right. Now, we are going to continue to stand, and I would now like to introduce Officer Kevin Moore of CMPD to sing our national anthem.
All right.
Let's go, Kevin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Play ball, play ball.
Right face. Forward, march.
I want to say thank you to Kevin Moore. I think that that was just an amazing way to sing and put this in the place that we have now. So I would now like to ask if you would like to sit, perhaps. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, this is like intimidation. Hey, girls. Hi. Always good to see the grands, right? So I want to say, if we can begin, each year the Mayor's Citizen Awards are recognized, distinguished members of our community who have served with honor, courage, and selflessness. The first Mayor's Award is the Richard Vinroot Award. Mayor Vinroot, please know how much this means to all of us. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So, tonight I am proud to present the Mayor's Award in honor of Richard Vinroot, a remarkable leader whose voice, vision, and authenticity have helped shape a more connected, compassionate Charlotte. Tanya Jameson, as the Director of Civic Engagement for Leading on Opportunity, Tanya is helping us guide our city towards greater equity and inclusion and bringing people together. Frontward barriers sparks dialogues and the creation of meaningful change. Tanya, I want to say thank you for using your gifts to move Charlotte forward. Your courage, your authenticity, and your unwavering dedication to civic engagement and equity. Because of you, our city is more informed, more united, and inspired to take action. Please join me by welcoming Tanya Jameson as the 2025 Vinroot Mayor's Citizen Award. A few comments.
All right.
Y'all, I've been here so long, I gotta wear glasses now and read to you. Thank you, Mayor Lyles, so much. I am honored and humbled to accept the Richard Vinroot Award. This reflects my commitment that I've made to Charlotte since I moved here more than 30 years ago. And some of you all know my story. I moved here from Columbia, Maryland, a planned community that was based on racial and economic integration. And that inclusive upbringing has shaped my life and my work, including my ability to adult here in Charlotte. I spent 15 years at the Charlotte Observer, telling stories that mattered for stories of marginalized people and communities, and stories that challenged us to see Charlotte as a city with the potential to be more inclusive. Now, most of you may know me for Pay to Party. That was my nightlife column, and today, I gotta tell you, I'm going to bed at the time that I used to go out and hit the streets. But Pay to Party wasn't just about clubs. And when I started it, it wasn't just about music and clubs. It was about capturing the energy of a city that was growing and changing and making sure everyone saw themselves in that story. I covered President Obama's historic 2008 election in the multimedia blog, That's What's Up, because I wanted to appeal to a younger generation. I wanted to make sure that our voices were heard and that we could understand what was going on. And then my goal was always to amplify voices and create spaces where people felt seen. And I used to say all the time that my writing, my work was to be a voice for the voiceless. But when I joined Leading on Opportunity, I realized that they did not have a voice. We just weren't listening. We were ignoring what people were saying. And so our job, our new council that's coming in, our job is to listen, to carry with us that message every day, to make sure that we're focused on improving economic mobility. And we made some progress, but we have more work ahead. This award reminds me that change does not happen alone, and I didn't win this award alone. I want to thank my parents, my aunt and uncle, and my ride or die Randy, who are all with me tonight, for standing with me in my quest to work with the journalists, the activists, the business leaders, neighbors, and anyone else determined to create a city where every child has a chance to succeed. It is not lost on me that today is the 70th anniversary of Rosa Parks standing for equal rights by sitting down. Together, we are writing a new story for the South. My promise to you is to keep fighting for opportunity and inclusion. I want to make sure that we create a city where every child can write their own story, regardless of their neighborhood. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Tanya, for being who you are. The second award, Mayor's Award, is the Harvey Gantt Award. Mayor Gantt is here as well, and everybody raise your hand. The Harvey Gantt Mayor's Award recognizes individuals who demonstrate courage and civility that strengthens our community and defines true leadership. Tonight, I am proud to present this award to Chief Johnny Jennings, whose dedication to service and commitment to the Charlotte embody the very spirit of this honor. Chief Jennings has served with integrity, compassion, and a deep respect for the people of this city. His steady leadership has guided CMPD through challenging moments with transparency and grace, and always striving to build trust and understanding between law enforcement and the community. Chief Jennings, thank you for your years of devoted service, your commitment to collaboration, and your compassion for the city you call home. Please join me in congratulating 2025 Harvey Gantt Award to Chief Johnny Jennings.
Thank you, Mayor. Wow, this is a change here. So up until right now, the most exciting part of my day is that my suit actually fit. So I'm excited right now. This is fantastic. Mayor, thank you. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for your leadership in this wonderful city. And thank you for everything you've done to help me be successful. I truly, truly think that you are the best mayor in the entire country, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you. So 5.5 years ago, this man sitting behind me took a chance during one of the most difficult times in law enforcement history Marcus Jones, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to serve this police department, this profession, and this city and this county. It has absolutely been the best honor that I could actually ask for in my entire professional career. This is it for me. This is my stop. People have asked, do I want to go be a police chief anywhere else? There is nowhere else. There is nowhere else other than the city of Charlotte. This is the best city and the best county to serve, and I'm so proud to have served in the last 33 and a half years. So thank you for allowing me to have that opportunity, Marcus Jones. Thank you so much. To City Council, real quick, I'm not done.
We love you, Chief.
Somebody's going to fact check me on this, but I don't think we've ever been turned down for anything we've asked for in the last 5.5 years that I've been chief. So Chief Patterson, the record's on. I see you standing up there. You got to make sure that continues. But thank you for your support to make our department successful. Thank you to all of my CMPD family that's here. You deserve a huge round of applause as well. And at the very last, but definitely not least, I'm going to ask my family to stand up who's here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
My wife, Lisa.
Absolutely.
My oldest son, Jonathan. Jared and Jaden. Folks, let me tell you, without them, there is no me.
That's right.
Without them, I'm not the police chief
That's
in
really
Charlotte.
true, isn't it, Lisa?
Yeah.
She's like, yes, yes, yes.
They've grown to become friends somehow over the years. But thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you for allowing me to do this job that I love and enjoy it. I'm going to do something I hadn't done in over 20 years. I'm putting my phone on sleep mode tonight.
Now comes to a very hard and difficult time for, I think, many, for at least for me, I'll say that. On behalf of the Charlotte City Council, I want to thank our outgoing council members for their years of service to this community and for the best of their luck in their future endeavors. You will each have an opportunity to share a few words. I ask that you try to do it better than we do in council meeting, maybe 3 minutes, you know?
That ain't gonna work.
There's a 3-minute rule, I think, that we never had it adopted, so that's the way it goes. So that's it. So, but I'd like to recognize and ask Councilmember Tijuana Brown to come up and join me at the podium.
Your job is not easy. Give it up for the mayor. She does not have an easy job. Now I'm gonna have a problem with somebody else coming up here and that clap get louder. Good evening, Mayor. Say that to you, Madam Mayor. Colleagues, staff, and beautiful people of Charlotte. Especially my mighty, unshakable, never silenced District 3. Tonight is my last night standing before you in this capacity. Dr. Councilmember Tijuana Brown. But hear me clearly. My service does not end here. My purpose does not retire. My voice does not expire. I walked into this chamber making history. The first and only formerly incarcerated woman. In case you don't know what that means, I spent time in prison. A clean sweep. A unanimous mandate from the people, a victory that would never be undone because it lives in the record books and in the hearts of the residents who believed in me. In a world where people would rather follow than lead, gossip than pray, I stand here tonight unapologetically in my truth. I didn't come here to blend in. I came here to stand out. And I did that. You can ask my colleagues. I want to honor 3 sisters that I brought with me tonight because I'm different. Charlene Henderson, who ran for District 1. Robin Evans, who ran for District 3. Leah White, who ran for District 2. Thank you for your courage. You dared to run. You dared to hope because you wanted to see community in a community that does not get community. Warren Moffett and Candace, I know you're recording. They're not political allies. They are spiritual anchors. They prayed me through storms. They loved me through the pain. They stayed when others walked away. Their loyalty is loud. Their presence is powerful. And tonight I honor them with my whole heart. To my council member, Dr. Watlerton, and she's fierce, smart, beautiful, young, and energetic. We didn't start off on the right foot, but we aligned, and I loved you. Councilmember Mayfield, the knowledge in District 3, the leader of the 3 of us who represented the district together. Thank you for your knowledge. Mr. Mitchell, James Mitchell, thank you for always honoring me and never judging me. You never treated me differently, even when I didn't vote the way you wanted me to. Councilmember Johnson, one of a kind. You are the real deal. We vote alike, we think alike, and we fight like hell for the people alike. My constituent services, Amanda and your team, you are not the help. No. You are the background and the backbone of City Hall. Your compassion heals family, saves lives. You answer emails and calls that we don't even know come in. Now let me speak about where I come from. I come from a long line of influential, phenomenal Black women. Women who survive without applause. So when you don't clap, it don't matter. Women who endured without recognition. Women who led without titles. And from the strongest of them all, my mother, Artie Mae Brown. I learned how to love from her. So I give love. That love guided me here. That love carried me through. And that love keep me standing when you wonder why I didn't resign. And through the storm, let me tell you something. There has been more love than hate. But the media helps the hate spear out. Because hate always screams. Love sits with you. Love stands with you. Love holds you. And for anyone that's confused, I am not defeated. I'm often imitated, but never duplicated. Because authenticity cannot be copied. Because purpose can't be cloned. Because my calling can't be counterfeited. Now let me tell you this before you run off and start talking. What I brought in this chamber cannot be brought. You either have it or you don't. And I have it. I did not lead from ego. I led from empathy. I led from a place for people that don't have people to fight for them often. I did not come from scripts. I led from my soul. And my term may end tonight, but my calling, that does not end here. It does not end ever. Now my mother, the phenomenal Black woman that walked to work and gave my sister her car so she can get around the North Carolina campus A&T, she's not here tonight. My daughters, Antoinette and Tajima, they are not here tonight. My sister, my grandson, they are not in this room. But their love is. Their prayers are. Their strength is. Their absence is protection, not distance. I honor them with every breath in me and every time I do public service. Listen closely. I'm almost done, Mayor. I'm not stepping down. I'm stepping forward. I'm stepping into my next assignment. I'm stepping deeper into my community. I'm stepping into higher purpose. I will serve the District 3 community all the days of my life because I've lived there for 54 years. Look at me. I'm a black woman who survived hell to get here. A black woman who made history. A black woman who spoke truth to power. A black woman who shook the chamber when it needed to be shaken, and that's some more shaking that needs to be done. A black woman who rose and will rise again. So when you think about me, remember, people over politics, purpose over pain. Still, I rise. The one and only Tijuana Brown, Charlotte City Council, District 3. Thank you.
As only Tijuana can.
What do you want me to say?
You can take this seat. Where? I don't know where we can put it. They're big, so thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize and ask Councilmember Marjorie Molina to join me at the podium.
Oh, my God, how do I follow that?
You can do it. You can do it.
How do I follow that? My goodness. How y'all doing tonight?
Hello.
Y'all can do better than that. Y'all ain't asleep yet, are you? How y'all doing tonight? All right. Listen, I don't have remarks. If you know me, you know I speak from my heart. I've done that for the entirety of my experience because what I feel is what really guides me. This is a celebration. I wondered, I said, how will you hold this moment where you're walking away from a position and you are not going to continue? How will you hold it? And then as I reflected, I said, this is a celebration. Charlotte is one of the greatest cities in the United States of America, and I am absolutely honored to have held this position for 2 terms. I am absolutely grateful. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you to the voters of East Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte when I was a very, very young woman in 2004. I took a job at a bank, and I started my family here. My oldest child voted in her first election in November, telling you that I have an 18-year-old child. I have an 18-year-old, right? But, I don't look like what I've been through. Hey, shout now. But my baby voted in her very first election. I have a 15-year-old son who's at UNC Charlotte Early College of Engineering. I have a bright, beautiful 18-year-old who, like the mayor said in the last meeting, she applied and got accepted to SCAD, but she's also looking at NC State. She wants to be an industrial designer. And so my children, my family have shared me with service for the entirety of my time in Charlotte. And to them, I owe a great debt of gratitude. Moreover, I will also say that my time in Charlotte is not done. Now, I will not return to District 5. You can absolutely put $1 million bet on that and you're going to win. That is not going to happen, but I know nothing but service. Service is the rent that I pay to live and be in this being. It is how I was created. It is what God called me to do. Let me start with thank you. There is a whole back row of senior leadership from the city of Charlotte here, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We've done some great things together. East Charlotte, yes. The city council often instructs the what, but then the how is this tedious task of human beings that have skill sets beyond measure, that take what we would like to have happen and they create and craft this how that turns into, the last 30 acres of Eastland Yards. It turns into Spark Centro. It turns into $73 million along, Robinson Church Road and strategic investment areas. That's how it happens. It happens when Marcus Jones aligns with what you can see and even expands that idea. And I can honestly tell you that I feel like Marcus is one of the best managers that we can ask for in this position to hold. To my colleagues, I can say that we have had a lot of tough times. We've seen some tough tasks. We've seen some heavy holding. We've had some real tough things to hold, and we've not always aligned. But the one thing that I can say is that I respect each and every one of you. There's so much that could not have been done but for the ability to have conversations. Eastland Yards, and I've been saying this for a long time, this is a team sport. There is no such thing, I'm going to say it until the cows come home, and y'all are going to get it. You can come here with your magic, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, but first of all, if you can't count to 6, nothing's happening. But moreover, if you can't get other leaders to buy into the messaging, nothing happens. When I got here, it wasn't the intention to come here. I remember standing right there at that podium in 2017 after being asked to fill a vacancy on Charlotte City Council for appointment. And I wasn't chosen. Actually, Dimple Ishmael was chosen. I was one of 6 candidates to be considered for appointment. And never in a million years. At that time, I was just helping other people getting elected, and I was serving on boards and working for others and just volunteering across the board. And I never saw I never saw myself in the seat. I saw myself being a part of a solution. But again, I have to say I am absolutely just ecstatic for having held it because I learned a lot in the process. Mayor Lyles, somebody who I admired from a distance for a very long time. I love you. I adore you. A woman who has given her entire life to the city of Charlotte, coming as a very young woman, going to college here, and then working for the city of Charlotte and retiring from the city of Charlotte, and then taking another career and then retiring again and then coming back. I honor the opportunities for leadership that you've offered to me. Thank you. Again, and very, very lastly, again, this is a celebration, you guys. I have shed tears because my race was very ugly. But it is an absolute celebration. Charlotte is my home. My children were born here. We will continue to do absolutely fantastic things in this city, and I am excited about what will come to our city. I wish the 26-27 council all of the blessings in the world because I am absolutely invested in what happens in our great city. We are 14th now. We'll be 10th in 5 to 10 years. That's my estimate. We got nearly 1 million people coming, more than 157 people coming to our region on a daily basis and growing. And so we have so much to be proud of. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, East Charlotte. Thank you to the support staff, our staff, my colleagues. Chief Jennings, I'm gonna miss you. You are amazing. Chief Patterson is the bee's knees. I'm really excited. We're in good hands. Thank you all. God bless you. Good night.
we have one more person to ask to come to join me at the podium. Edwin Peacock, would you please?
Yes. I began my journey on May the 20th of this year. The significance of May 20th was not beyond me. Our country celebrates its 250th anniversary, but here in the great state of Mecklenburg, we celebrate our independence. And independence I did participate in, and this democracy I got the opportunity to participate in. And to that, I'm greatly honored. I want to first thank my city council colleagues, Madam Mayor, Mr. Jones. I'd like to thank city staff as well. I'd like to thank the citizens, my friends and supporters, and perhaps most importantly, thank my family, and especially my wife. It has been an honor, and it has been a privilege. Thank you very much.
Here they come. All right. Now, we'll go into some of the requirements. I'd now like to ask our city clerk, Stephanie Kelly, to read the results of our 2025 council election.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The following are the results of the municipal election held November 4th, 2025. The City of Charlotte Mayor, Vi Lyles, elected, 92,537. Terry D. Donovan, 33,533. Rob Yates, 4,717. Write-ins, 50. For City Council at Large, Dimple Ajmira, elected, 96,599. Victoria Watlington, elected, 95,212. James Smudgy Mitchell Jr., elected, 90,177. LaWanna Slack Mayfield, elected, 87,866. Edwin B. Peacock III, 46,190. Musan Kim, 36,564. Write-ins, 212. City Council District 1, Dante Anderson, elected, 17,607. City Council District Number 2, Malcolm Graham, elected, 13,530. Write-ins, 629. City Council District Number 3, Joy Mayo, elected, 10,050. James H. Bowers, 2,224. Robin Emmons, 1,387. City Council District Number 4, Renee Perkins Johnson, elected, 14,522. City Council District 5, Juan Diego Mazzarella Arias, elected, 12,753. City Council District Number 6, Kimberly Owens, elected, 16,268. Krista Bokhari, 12,510. City Council District Number 7, Ed Driggs, elected, 13,863.
I want to thank you, Madam Clerk. Now it is time for the official oaths of office to begin. I'd like to ask Judge Eddie Eddie. And I need my Bible. Oh, yeah, then please, my family should join me. I was looking for the Bible because I need that with them.
Madam Mayor, please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Vi Alexander Lyles,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
and I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established
which are or may be established
for the government thereof,
for the government thereof.
and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend.
I will
I will endeavor
endeavor to support, support and defend
the Constitution of said state,
the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with
not inconsistent with
the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the United States,
and that I will discharge
and I will discharge
the duties of my
the
office
duties of my office
as mayor of the city of Charlotte,
as mayor of the city of Charlotte,
North Carolina,
North Carolina,
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, you're duly
Thank you.
sworn.
Thank you. Tonight, as I begin my 5th term as your mayor, I am deeply grateful. I'm grateful for your trust, I'm grateful for your partnership, and I'm grateful for the honor of continuing to serve a city that I love with my whole heart. Over these years, I've seen so much of Charlotte, its triumphs, its challenges, and its remarkable spirit. I've stood with families opening doors to their first homes. I've mourned when our community tragedy has touched us. Through all of it, one truth has guided me. Charlotte keeps moving forward. That progress is what I want to talk about tonight. The future of our city depends on how we move. Mobility is more than trains, buses, or roads. Mobility is access, it's freedom, it's opportunity, it's how parents get to work and students reach their dreams. That is why the passing of the transit tax referendum was such a proud moment for Charlotte. You made your voices heard. You chose to invest in a vision that connects all of us. This isn't just about infrastructure. It is about people. It is about every Charlottean having the chance to move forward, not just physically, but economically and socially. I often share that my granddaughters live here. I say that because it is the lens to look through when we see our work. Every decision I make, I am thinking about the city. What will it be? What will it inherit? Will we have housing that people can afford? Will we have streets to be safe, to walk, to bike, and to play? Will our girls, my grandgirls, grow up and be surrounded in a city with opportunity that values every child and every family? My promise is that we will continue to build that, Charlotte, healthy, sustainable, and strong. But we can't talk about mobility without talking about safety. We're already working alongside CMPD and our transit partners to make sure every person can move through our city with confidence and peace of mind. Confidence and peace of mind. Charlotte is a city on the move, driven by innovation, anchored by compassion, and strengthened by unity. Every new greenway, every expanded bus route, every safe crosswalk brings us closer to a city that moves with purpose and care. So we begin this new term. I carry with me everything I've seen, our progress, our pain, and our potential. And I carry hope. Hope for a Charlotte where every person has a path forward, and hope for a city that reflects the best of who we are and what we can become. Let's keep moving. Safely, boldly, together. When Charlotte moves forward, every one of us moves forward. Thank you, Queen City, for your trust, your energy, and your faith in what we can build as one. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, now is the time that everyone gets to enjoy having an oath of office to having this together. So I'd like to invite Council-elects Mayo, Mazuris, Arias, and Owens to their families and with their families to join us to be sworn in. Please come. If we can have the members of our families and friends for the members of the council, please join us down here at the dais. Please.
That's the oath.
No, you're fine.
Take a minute.
Hello.
Is everyone okay? Yeah, here we are. I see some parents coming downstairs, so let's make sure that they get in here. Yes. Does everybody have their Bible?
Always.
Are we missing anyone, Madam Clerk?
Sanderson, you need a Bible?
Sorry. Oh, she can have, he can use it. We'll wait. This is a special time. We can wait.
You can put this blanket around so we can take a picture.
Fine, how are you?
In your feet, take it off.
I want to make sure everyone has the family and friends that they want to be here. So are we good? And I don't know what that is. There, stop. So thank you. All right. So is everyone prepared? So this is now that we are going to begin to make this final. If you still have a chance to walk out if you want to. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure everybody's in the right place. So, council, please repeat after me. I, and say your name.
I,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and bear true alliance
and bear true
to the
alliance
state of North Carolina,
to the state of North Carolina,
established for the
established
for the government thereof,
for the government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support,
and that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution of said state,
the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent
not inconsistent
with the Constitution of the United States,
with the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as a city council member
as a city council member
of the city of Charlotte,
of the city of Charlotte,
North Carolina,
North Carolina,
to my knowledge and ability, to the
To
best
my
of my
knowledge
knowledge
and
and
ability.
ability. Thank you.
best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge and ability.
And so help me God. Thank you. We're sworn in. Thank you. Now, if you can have your seat. Let's see, well, I think we've shown you where the new people are, to be sitting. So now it's time for us to move into individual comments.
Yes, mine will be.
So now, if
I can share a copy of it. I took notes, but
now we'll begin.
I hate something like that.
A little bit of moment time. So. Now, this is the time when we move into individual comments. Beginning with the newly elected council member, Mayor of District 3, I'd like to invite each council member to deliver a few brief remarks. Okay, remarks. And so we try to do that. So why don't we try 3 minutes maybe, or no more? So with that. So, would you be prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so very much for stepping out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening. Thank you so much, District 3 residents, for voting for me to represent District 3. So appreciative for your support and just your trust that I can handle this job. Very excited to represent you all. First, I have to thank my mom, who came down. She has been my secret weapon in this endeavor. She met many of you all at the polls. She was often there. Really just so grateful for her assistance and her support. Also with fundraising, so she really, really came through and very appreciative. Also my brother, Jamel, who has been steady and steadfast in this journey as well. I'm very grateful to him. I have several key leaders who I'm very appreciative of, who have helped me in this journey. First, I'm going to start with Councilmember Malcolm Graham, who for the last 2 years has been mentoring me and helping prepare me for this role. So I want to thank you for that, Malcolm. Former Councilmember Justin Harlow, Dr. Justin Harlow, who was one of the first people to really stick their neck out for me and have a big name to support my run for District 3. Thank you. Also, the first District 3 representative, Ron Leeper, has been such a great mentor to me in this. When we talk about community benefits, how do we make the airport work for all residents in Charlotte? I think it's so imperative that we continue to look to former leaders and the work that they've done. So very appreciative to all of the mentors that I've had in this journey. Next, I've had a great campaign team, many of who are right here. They have become family to me. I am so appreciative of you all. your dedication. We were out there in the cold, in the rain, and we got it done. And just so excited to continue this journey with you all as we are working to make this vision a reality. I am excited to represent District 3, all the work that we're going to be doing together, really to put my platform into action. So much of that is working with our community leaders to create safe and inclusive communities, having intentional investment to increase opportunities for everyone in District 3. Anyone who has heard me talk at any of the forums and things during this run has heard me talk about walkable 10-minute neighborhoods. I think that is so intentional that residents are able to easily live, work, and play within a 10-minute walk, bike, transit ride, or drive. I think that's what creates a really vibrant city, and I look forward to creating that with my colleagues. So looking forward to working with the rest of council, city staff, and just ready to get to work. So thank you so much, residents of District 3, for choosing joy, which is my slogan, and excited to work with you all. Thank you.
All right, our next, Masuera Aris.
Oh, that was perfect. Thank
I'm
you.
working on it. I promise you, I'm working on it. Okay.
Madam Mayor, Council, the public, the city of Charlotte, good evening. Before anything else, I want to thank God and begin with the people who know me very well, who shaped my life long before I imagined sitting here. Mamá, papá, Salomé, los amo con todo mi corazón. Gracias por cada sacrificio, cada miedo silencioso y cada paso que dieron para que yo pudiera estar aquí hoy. Todo lo que soy como servidor público, nací de ustedes. A mi abuelita Carmen, my grandmother Carmen, whose life embodied compassion and service, thank you for being the quiet force that grounded me. I feel you with me tonight, and I hope I'm making you proud. A mi abuelita Jenny, who's battling cancer right now, who's watching me from Colombia, and to my grandparents Sergio and Humberto, thank you for your prayers, your faith, and for believing in me from the distance. To my partner, Julian, thank you. You carried the highs and lows of this campaign with me, sometimes more than I did. Your steadiness and love grounded me through every moment. To my mother-in-law, Arlene, to my sister-in-law, Caitlin, to my baby niece, Layla, and to my father-in-law, Ray, thank you for surrounding us with care, kindness, and support. To my campaign family, Jerry, Ariana, Kate, John, and Ten, you poured yourselves into this race because you believed East Charlotte deserved representation rooted in dignity, honesty, and community. You built a campaign that reflected who we are as East Charlotteans, hardworking, hopeful, and resilient. And I also want to thank the leaders who stood with me from the very beginning. Representatives Jordan Lopez and Julia Greenfield, former Mayor Jennifer Roberts, Greg Ascido, Carolyn Millen, Gerald Patton, S.Y. Mason Watson, Emma Allen, Astrid Chirinos, Manolo Ventarcur, Wendy Mateo Pascual, Rachel Guzman, Reba Hamilton, Valerie Johnson, and Annette Goodman. Thank you for your guidance and your belief in me. And to SEIU 32BJ, the airport workers, yes. And Ray Beeman, you reminded me that this city deserves workers when they organize, because when you all organize, communities rise and win. This victory belongs to the people who keep Charlotte running. I also want to recognize Councilmember Marjorie Molina for her service to this district. Public service is a thankless job. Campaigning is hard, so thank you. This election was decided by 34 votes. Don't ever say your vote doesn't matter. 34 reminders that this seat is not mine. It belongs to all of East Charlotte. Those who supported me, those who didn't vote, and those who wanted to vote but couldn't. I am here for the full humanity of this district. I grew up in East Charlotte. I'm a son of East Charlotte. I grew up hearing the languages of the world on Central Avenue, eating in restaurants that hold entire nations in their kitchens, watching families build dreams from scratch. For years, people have called this area up and coming, as if our value is still on its way. but anyone who has lived here knows the truth. East Charlotte has been carrying this city for decades, and it's time our policies and our budgets reflect that. And let me be clear, because I know there's a lot of rumors about who I am. I'm not anti-growth. I'm not anti-business. I'm not anti-development. Growth is healthy. Business is essential. Development is necessary. But none of it matters if people are not centered in the process. I am unapologetically people first. And that means every decision we make on this dais must begin with one question. How does this help the people who live here today? I learned this standard in neighborhood meetings with their children. Those conversations shaped my vision. A government that is transparent and accountable. An economy that strengthens the communities who built it and make East Charlotte a destination. And a public safety system rooted in trust, provision, prevention, and partnership. For me, the work is simple. This leadership is from East Charlotte for East Charlotte. My vision is shaped by the people who raised me, by the people who trusted me, and the people who deserve a city that finally sees their worth. To my community, mi comunidad, this responsibility is not lost on me. I am the first Latino, the first formerly undocumented, and the first Gen Zer to sit on this council. So thank you for believing in me, for giving me the voice and the honor of representing you, and for reminding this city that East Charlotte's voice is powerful, necessary, and here to say, I am ready to serve, I'm ready to fight for a future worthy of our families, and now that I finally know where the restrooms are, I'm officially ready to begin. Thank you.
I don't know whether you brought the lights down or not, but we're going to continue, and we're going to, Ms. Johnson.
Are we having?
Mayor? I'm sorry.
Owens, then
Kim,
newly elected.
sorry.
I can wait?
No, you go ahead. You're our new person. That's good. Yeah.
Welcome. Good evening, Charlotte. Tonight I have 3 goals. I have a limited amount of time, so I've been low-key with 3. I want to first express my deepest gratitude to all who made this moment possible. I then want to set some honest expectations for my service. And then finally, I wish to commit to leaning in and invite all of you to do the same. So our scrappy little campaign made history on November 4th with a long-shot victory in District 6. The tireless and talented Anna Carpenter, Randolph Middle School, Myers Park High School, and Wingate University alum. She managed a young team of college and high school students, Max, Charlie, Rohin, along with the former journalist Chris Miller and graphic designer Nikki Moore. We stood on the shoulders of those who came before, like Stephanie Hand and Robert Hillman. We learned from former and current Charlotte leaders and from the experiences and wisdom of thoughtful primary candidates like Matt Britt, Will Hawley, Namrata Yadav. To my fierce group of girlfriends who've carried me through the decades, I say thank you. To my family, my husband Martin and my 3 sons, Grayson, Hayden, and Cooper, my mother, my sister, and my grandmother, to all of you, I say thank you for your insights, your wisdom, and your patience. Campaigns are hard on families, and you've always been there for me. While the result of the election was affirming, the real history was made in the weeks and months before November. Our team, with hundreds of donors and volunteers, knocked on over 15,000 doors all over District 6. We visited neighborhoods who had never seen a candidate before and were hard-pressed to even say who their current representative was. We showed up everywhere, at every endorsement opportunity, at forums and meetings. We met with the Black Political Caucus, the Service Employees International Union, the Sarah Stevenson Tuesday Morning Forum. We went to all these places because we cared about every voice and every lesson. We embraced the entirety of the 125,000 residents of District 6 because District 6 is not a monolith. It is not simply privileged zip codes with silver spoons in every kitchen. District 6, you are the grandparents who are raising grandchildren. You are a person with hearing impairment and your spouse who comes out to sign for me so we can discuss your unique transit needs. You're a caregiver worried about how to safely house an elderly parent nearby. You're a recent college graduate returned to your childhood bedroom because everything just costs so much. You're a retiree who limits your world to the 1-mile radius of the Charlotte Skipper because life outside of South Park feels just too dangerous. You are all District 6, and your shared stories gave this campaign its authentic voice, and I thank all of you. But I want to manage expectations. I'm going to disappoint all of you at times. I've had 3 decades of legal experience. I've worked with dedicated nonprofits in Charlotte, but I've never done this job before. I'm certain to frustrate you with the decisions I make if I don't see the world exactly as you do. But I also hope to educate you about the city's services, to guide you to useful resources, and to raise the bar for local leadership. To District 6 Republicans, you have not lost your voice. I offer you a seat at the table for real collaboration. And just trust me when I say that I likely will disappoint Democrats, Republicans, and independents alike. Not because I don't believe in the promises and protections of a liberal democracy, but because municipal government doesn't address many of the things that feel so broken in our country right now. We do roads, transit, public safety, economic development, and housing. And those things we do, I want to do efficiently, without unnecessary bureaucracy. Simply put, as I said on the trail, I want to bore you with acts of governmental competence. I want you to trust that your city government is saying what it's doing and doing what it's saying. And finally, I have high expectations of myself, but also of our business community and of all of you, the residents of Charlotte. I ask the business community to lean into serving our people, all of our people. Like you did for transportation, I beg the business community to advocate for our public schools so that your employees can be confident in their children's educations when they choose to relocate here. When the people of a city are priorities, communities thrive. So let us value our workers, our teachers, our CMPD, and our young people. Let us work together to bring more attainable housing, food security, and quality education to the 14th largest city in America. Let us listen to each other, business leaders. If you share your pride with me about being the #1 state for business, I will listen. But in return, I ask that you hear my concern about being the 50th state for workers. To our residents, I ask you to show up, or at least dial in to our city council meetings. Subscribe to your local newspaper. Local media holds local government accountable. Local media is who files FOIA requests. Get your news from multiple sources. Listen to public radio. Come out from behind the keyboards and engage with your community. Attend a forum, join a civic club, lean into your city, and be a partner to this council. Help us prepare Charlotte for the uncertainties ahead, economic, environmental, and social. Learn about our city. I suggest Tom Hatchett's books on Charlotte housing or John Cleghorn's book on Caldwell Presbyterian's journey to address chronic homelessness. Vote in every election, every year. County is on the even year, city is on the odd. Lean into local politics. I personally commit to get out the vote even when I'm not on the ballot, and I hope you'll join me. Run for office. Bring your energy to public service. Primary us. Help us know when to lead and when to leave. Share yourself with the city in an intentional way, and there is no limit to what we can do together. You elected me to represent you on council, but you need to represent yourselves in how and where you show up in our community. Put simply, expect more, Charlotte.
So thank you very much. Now we'll come back around the dais, except Ms. Sajmira has...
Can I go last? I have to take her.
I understand, so. All right, Ms. Watlington.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening.
As we heard earlier today, this election, our community really made its voice heard. Loud and clear, we heard through the results that were read by the city clerk that we had record voter participation for the primary. And that tells me one thing. It tells me that when the stakes are high, we rise together. I'm honored, humbled, and fired up, I have to say, to continue serving you. Thank you to my family. Y'all stand up. To my mother and father, my cousin is here. I come from a long line of public servants. My parents are both U.S. Army retired and continue to serve in the federal government. So thank you for your service. Thank you to my team and to everyone who has stood with us, who knocked doors, who shared our message, and who believed in what we could build. This victory belongs to all of us. But let's be clear, tonight is not the finish line. Tonight is fuel. In the next term, we're going to push harder. We're going to think bigger, and we're going to deliver real results. We're going to strengthen our neighborhoods. We're going to open doors for our young people, and we're going to make sure that every single voice, especially those that have not been at the table, is heard. We're not settling for small steps. We're aiming for bold progress. From the labor unions to our first responders, our safety and community advocates, you all showed up. You spoke up, and you made your mandate clear. We've got to do more, and we owe you that we keep that same energy, that same urgency, and that same commitment to move our community forward. So I thank you for showing up, and I will continue to do the same. Thank you so much. I look forward to continuing to serve.
Mayfield.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. First, I am going to thank God for all things. I am going to thank my pastor, the Reverend Dr. Clifford Matthews at St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church at 1600 North Avenue. I am going to thank my family that is here, my amazing partner and spouse, as we are 19 years together, 9 years married. Her amazing mother, which many of you know, my mother unfortunately passed when I was 15, my father when I was 13, so God gave me a bonus mom who is the most amazing gift that I could ever have, and people know I will fight you over her, including her children. I want to thank my team. The fact that I had James Rice III, who had never been a part of politics, but has a degree in marketing and media, which is not something I do. I will post, so follow me on Facebook, but I'm not going to engage with you. I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all know that once I share the information, I'm not going back and forth with you. He helped me to get the message out, because a lot of times I'm at community meetings. I'm at the events. The community did speak, but I also want us to acknowledge that when we had this referendum on the ballot, 84,939 people voted against to 92,499. That was 52.13% for, 47.87% against. We still have work to do. I am thankful that those who went out and voted for me, and thank you, Clerk Kelly, for sharing, 87,866 of you chose my name, and I appreciate that. I am going to continue fighting for us and fighting for all the voices, not just the yes voices, because the answer cannot be yes all the time. We need to question, because Charlotte is a beautiful city that is growing quickly. I personally believe it is a privilege to do business here, not a given. I want to continue working alongside of my colleagues as we build up the Faith in Housing Initiative. So Mayor, thank you for tapping me and allowing me to lead that initiative, because that has given us an opportunity to have a completely different conversation around housing. Manager Jones, I want to thank you for listening to the ideas around housing, for us being able to work with our county manager to flip this whole housing conversation on its head. Because if our workers cannot afford to live here, we are going to see a mass exodus of our workforce, just as we're seeing a mass influx from other areas. To my colleagues, there are going to be plenty of times where we are not going to agree. Yet, what I am hoping for as we move into 2026, that those disagreements happen behind these walls more than at this dais. I think we have an opportunity to work a little closer together. I don't think we have been able to necessarily build everything that those of us that were around years ago had, because we were in the office 4 or 5 days a week versus being able to see each other one Monday to have all of our meetings. We have an opportunity to not only pay attention to the voters, but also pay attention to those that didn't vote. Because our city has over 811,350 eligible registered voters. So imagine the fact that we had 21.97% voter participation this time. What would it look like even if we had 30%? Councilmember Johnson, you mention all the time, how do we outreach to community? How can we figure out a better way? Community, I'm going to ask you to help us. Follow us online. Watch our meetings on Monday, because I promise you we are the best reality show on Monday nights. Because one, we're determining your everyday quality of life, and two, you just never know how that meeting is going to go. But what we're determining and what we're working towards is a Charlotte that is representative of the collective, and we need you all to help us do that. Email us. Reach out to us. Invite us to your neighborhoods. Invite us to your churches. Invite us to the parks when you know you and 3 other family members are going to be out together. But also hold us accountable. And when we don't show up and we're no call, no show, let that be known as well. Keep in mind, there's 800,000 plus of y'all, and there's 11 of us. But I want to be as representative as I possibly can for each of you. And the way that I can do that is to ask you to help me be better. I am going to get it wrong sometimes. I am going to stand 10 toes down when I believe I'm right, but I'm also going to stand 10 toes down and recognize that if I was wrong, I'm going to own that, because I want us to be better. I want to be better. I am thankful that you've allowed me to come back, that you've allowed me to continue to serve. And I do look forward to serving with these individuals around this dais and following the leadership of our mayor, of our manager, so that we can continue to work towards a city that is reflective of this room: age, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, identification. This is the Charlotte that I love, and this is the Charlotte I will continue to fight for. Thank you.
Mr.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ed Driggs. I am a Republican, okay? So, take a close look. You don't see too many of these. I don't have as long a list because I didn't have an opponent this year of thank yous. I do want to acknowledge my donors. I got a lot of campaign contributions this year, even though I didn't have an opponent. And I really appreciate the thought behind that gesture from those people. So thank you to them. My treasurer, Alex Vuchnich, you have been keeping me on the right side of the law for years now, and I appreciate that. My first supporter and the guy who put me up to all of this, Jim Rogers. Jim, thank you for all these years. And I have a number of unpaid advisors that are always there for me. Larry Shaheen, Towers Mingledorf, Ken May. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate being able to call you when I have a question. I do want to especially recognize the staff. And we do this sometimes at these meetings because we should. But I really want to emphasize this. Marcus, you are a great friend and a good leader. I appreciate you. And your people up there in the back row. These people are dedicated, they're committed, they take phone calls on Sunday afternoon, they send me text messages late in the evening, and they are wise. So be grateful for them. We should all appreciate them. Finally, of course, and I didn't even promise that I wouldn't point her out this time, so my wife Caroline up there in the green sweater. Sweetheart. Caroline walks every step of this journey with me, up and down, and it means a whole lot. Also, our two kids, they are in their 30s, and the joy in their life adds to the joy in our life, particularly as of about 5 or 6 weeks ago when I became a grandfather for the first time. So, I am thanking my granddaughter Ellie, who is 1 month old. She'll appreciate it later. I do want to say welcome to my new colleagues and note that I won't talk much about myself or what I'm going to do because you've been able to see what I do for 12 years, and that's who I am, right? I can't tell you any different. That's who I am. I will continue to commit to the people of D7, my district, to serve all of them, whether they voted or not, whether they voted for me or not, whether they wrote in or not. I regard that as a responsibility in order, among other things, just to bring a perspective to these conversations on our council. I don't approach this situation that I'm in with any air of confrontation or hostility. I seek collaboration, but I think there are things that I can point out to people based on a long history of being a traditional conservative. I think I deplore the current political landscape as much as everyone does. But that is my commitment. We have an exciting term ahead. We've got to get the mobility plan and the authority stood up and seen through. That's going to pay great dividends to the city. Those will start over the coming year. You'll start to see sidewalk investments and other improvements. And then, of course, over the span of 5 and 10 years, amazing changes in Charlotte. We also have to finish our planning process, adopt the remainder of our community area plans, and have in place everywhere in Charlotte a plan that reflects the particular circumstances and needs of these geographies, these 14 locations. We will continue to confront the challenges our city faces, and most of all, build on all the advantages that we have in our wonderful city, which makes us the envy of so many other cities around the country. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that Ms. Ajmira has returned, and so Ms. Ajmira.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Tonight is not just about taking an oath. Tonight is about renewing a promise and hope to the people of Charlotte. I did not get here alone, and I did not get here without struggle. There were moments when the doubts were louder than the applause. Times when I wondered if I could survive the political storms, the criticisms, the expectations. There were years when I questioned whether I could be a full-time professional, a mother, a wife, and a public servant at the same time, or whether I would have to sacrifice one to hold on to the others. The personal sacrifices were real, the professional sacrifices were real, the struggle was tremendous. But every time I was on the brink of questioning whether to continue, I was never alone. To my late father, who inspired me to serve others, he believed public service was not about titles or positions. It was about showing up for people when they needed you the most. He would tell me success means nothing if you only rise for yourself. I carry his words with me every time I walk into the government center. His memory reminds me that leadership is not measured by popularity, it is measured by purpose. To my husband and my best friend, Dr. Vaibhav Bajaj, he's a man of few words, and he's probably hiding somewhere. You are my rock. You did not sign up for late-night council meetings, back-to-back community events, or the countless nights I walk through the door long before the kids are asleep. Yet you show up. You hold our household together with strength and patience. You do it without applause, without headlines, and always with love. You are quite the backbone of this journey. Thank you, my love. To my mother, who taught me resiliency. When life pushed, she pushed back. She taught me that adversity is not a stop sign, it is a challenge, and I bring that lesson with me to the public service every single day. To my children, thank you for your patience, your hugs, and yes, even your tantrums. You remind me that leadership is not about perfection, it's about compassion, and it's about love. And you remind me why this work matters. To my campaign team here, Margie, Xavier, Giovanni, Uncle Dan, Denitra, Jaden, you walked every step of this journey with me. Thank you. And to our supporters who is here with us, Michael, Ann, Dr. Chen, Cameron, Jane, and so many more, thank you for believing in me. To our city staff, Mr. Manager, Madam Attorney, I want to give a special shout out to Sean Heath, Amanda Birch, Natasha Hersey, Isabella Moeller, and every member of Team Charlotte. I have seen your dedication firsthand. You keep the gears turning. You serve the public with humility. We cannot do our work without you, so thank you. And last, but certainly not least, to the 96,599 voters citywide who entrusted me with your confidence, thank you. And to those who did not vote for me, and even those who did not vote at all, I will not dismiss you. I will not ignore you. I will work hard every day to earn your trust. You may not always agree with me, and I will not promise that you will, but I do promise this: I will never hide. I will be transparent. I'll tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. A commitment tonight is not just a celebration, it's a commitment. A commitment to a Charlotte where every family feels safe, regardless of their zip code or where they come from. A commitment to a Charlotte where our infrastructure must meet the pace of our growth, not trail behind it. A commitment to a government that is honest, accessible, and transparent, not just when things go well, but especially when they do not. Commitment to fight for a city that works for everyone, not just those who already have a seat at the table. I want to look at my daughters, Charlotte and Arya, in the eyes someday when they're old enough and say, I did my part. I stood for a city that is safe, a city that is sustainable, a city that is resilient enough to weather storms, economic shifts, and growing pains without losing our humanity. That is the work ahead, and that is the promise I make tonight. So thank you. I look forward to working with my colleagues. So let's get to work. Thank you all.
So let's continue around, and Mr. Graham.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and good evening, everyone. I would be remiss if I don't start by thanking the first person that voted for me some 37 years ago, my wife, Kim. We celebrated our wedding anniversary last week, and she's been with me on every step of this journey, from Charlotte to Raleigh to a pit stop in D.C. and back to Charlotte. So I want to thank you. I also want to also want to thank Team Graham. We didn't have any opposition, but we still were engaged. Vanessa Matthews, my campaign manager, Aaron Galloway is also here with me tonight, and the rest of Team Graham. I really want to thank you for your support and just standing with me, family and friends, and I see so many other supporters in the room tonight. I really appreciate it. Mr. Bates from Johnson C. Smith University is here with us. He's a political science major. Each one must reach one and teach one. Your turn is coming right here. We look forward to seeing the future for you. And I'd like to welcome Kimberly and JD to the dais. Enjoy, dreams do come true. I want to thank the citizens of Charlotte. I want to thank you for your confidence, your trust, your partnership, and I'm humbled and honored to once again raise my hand and take the oath of office on behalf of the people of this great city, and especially the residents of District 2. Each time I sit here, I've done so with one guiding purpose: to serve Charlotte with integrity, compassion, and vision. From my years on this council to my decade in the North Carolina State Senate, and now I'm back on this body, I've seen Charlotte grow, change, and rise into one of America's leading cities. And through it all, one thing has remained constant: my love for the city, my belief in its promise, and the ability for me to get the work done. But as proud as I am as far as how we've come, I know that there's still work to be finished. Our community really stands at a crossroad. The choices we make now will define the next generation of opportunities, affordability, and safety for anyone who calls our city home. And that's why I believe more than ever, we need leadership for Charlotte. Leadership in public safety, because every family in every neighborhood deserves to feel safe and protected. That means supporting our officers with the tools and training they need, while also building trust and accountability with the communities they serve. Safety and justice must go hand in hand. Leadership and affordability, because a city that's too expensive for working people to live is a city that's losing its soul. Teachers, first responders, service workers, folks who make Charlotte run should be able to live in the communities they serve. Affordability is just not a housing issue, it's a moral issue. Leadership and opportunity, because growth means nothing if it leaves people behind. We must expand pathways to get jobs, support small businesses, and ensure economic mobility is not determined by your zip code. Leadership and community, because Charlotte's greatest strength is our people, our neighborhoods, our churches, our small businesses, our families. We must invest in every corner of our city and honor the diversity that defines who we are. Leadership in transportation and mobility. The widening of I-77 South must not repeat the same mistake of the past. Highway projects in our city once divided Black neighborhoods, displaced families, and broke apart vibrant communities. As we look ahead, we must ensure that any expansion projects protect the people and places that have long made this historic West End home. We need leadership with the new transit authority, making sure that everyone gets on the bus, the train, at the same time. This is a defining moment. We can manage our growth or we can lead it. We can wait for change or we can drive it. We can talk about the future or we can shape it. I choose to shape it. And I know I'm not alone. Across this city, from Beatties Ford Road to Ballantyne, from University City to South End, people love Charlotte and want to see it thrive. They're asking us to do more than debate. They're asking us to lead. So tonight, as I take this oath of office one more time, I do it with gratitude for the past and a clear vision for the future. A future where every neighborhood feels included, a future where prosperity reaches every family, a future where leadership means listening, lifting, and leading with courage. That's the Charlotte I believe in. That's the Charlotte I love. and that's the Charlotte we can build together. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in each other. And thank you for believing in Charlotte. Let's move our city forward with courage, compassion, and conviction. God bless you. God bless the City Council, and I look forward to getting to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And I will do like the rest of my colleagues and thank all of my loved ones that are right there in the middle. You guys can wave your hand. So excited, and it's a privilege to have you all support me in a variety of different ways. So thank you for that. I also want to thank my spouse, my lovely wife, who decided to say yes just a couple months ago. And she's truly a treasure because she voluntarily watches all of our council meetings, which is crazy. But she does, and I thank you for the support and your leaning into what I care about. And I want to thank the District 1 voters. It was incredible this time around. Nearly 18,000 District 1 voters went and cast a vote for me. It's a record for the city for district votes. And the last time I thought I was really humbled by it, but this time I was really blown away by the level of support. And I really want to thank my community leaders. I want to thank everyone that lives in District 1 that call me, email me, reach out to me. I really, truly love representing my district, and I'm so happy that they decided to put faith in me. But even with that, we have less than 200,000 voters citywide participate in this election, and there's well over 800,000 residents in the city of Charlotte. And while I was blown away, I also had a level of concern about our lack of engagement, regardless of party line or unaffiliated votes. There's so many people who are standing on the sidelines, allowing things to happen in the city without exercising their right to vote. And so I hope as we move forward, we can tap into those residents and make sure that they are a part of this incredible growth and amazing city that we have. I was privileged enough to be born right here, so I watched the city over the last several decades grow into the amazing city that it is. And I also, unfortunately, have lost so many of my loved ones along the way. And I have my Bible here that my sister gave me. And she gave me this over 30 years ago. And she was the one in our family to break the mold. She went to Livingstone College, and she purposely kept me and my siblings out of the system. She would come and get me, and I would go and stay with her in her dorm in Livingstone College on the weekends. And she would drive home during the week to check on us because she didn't want us to go in the system. She did that and then she was the vice chair of her class, and she was a Delta and had a leadership role, and she did a variety of other things. It was amazing what she did to move our family forward, and it's a privilege to sit here and represent that level of effort and that level of dedication. So I'm really thinking about her tonight. And I want to say to each and every one of you, we just experienced something over the last couple of weeks. I was in my neighborhoods, and I had elders who were concerned about how they were going to eat next week because their SNAP benefits were paused. And we had to come together and figure out how to deliver groceries to them because they're not able to get out to the grocery store. and they had no money and no resources. And then we had a surge in the city that laid out a blanket of trepidation across every side of the city. Whether you live in East Charlotte or South Charlotte or North Charlotte, in the core, people were afraid to leave their homes. Over 30,000 children stayed away from school, and what CMS is saying is that many of them won't come back until potentially this month. And there was nothing that we could really do about it. And I had so many endless nights. I want to thank Jason and Comms because he worked so very closely with me and his team, Lindsay and others, to ensure that our city wasn't painted a certain way in national media. And it humbled me to be able to go out and represent our city and to let people know who we are. And when our back is up against the wall, we come together and we lock arms to ensure that every neighbor is okay, that every elder has something to eat. And if we can get our kids to school, we're going to get our kids to school so they can continue to advance. So we have an amazing future ahead of us. You've heard about the transportation referendum. We bring so many jobs here. The state is #1 in business. We're a top 5 city for business. Growth is amazing here. But growth is a privilege. And as we continue to move forward, growing up the list of becoming a top 10 city, a world-class city, we have to make sure that we bring everyone along with us. And they have an opportunity to sit at the table. They have an opportunity to access jobs that pay a good livable wage, that there is an opportunity to live in a safe community without paying half of your paycheck in order to do so. And we have to make sure that when our kids go to school, when you all walk out the door tonight, that there is a surety that public safety is paramount in the Queen City. So I thank you all for coming out, and thank you for being engaged. But we have to continue to tap our neighbor and tap our neighbor and tap another neighbor to get them out to help do this work so the Queen City can continue to thrive. Thank you.
Mr. Mitchell.
Madam Mayor, thank you so much. The only thing I'm going to say first off, city manager, get your budget ready. You know what this means. 2 more years of me eating here at City Council. The meal, okay? On the serious side, let me thank the voters of the City of Charlotte for supporting me once again. Each year, it gets more humbling to receive your support as I continue to provide public service for this community. Let me thank Team Mitchell. Some of them are here today. My campaign manager, Netta Ford, my treasurer / MVP, Bob Sinskowitz, my volunteer coordinator, Mr. Demario Baker, my social media, Travis P. Jackson, and my website, Miss Q. And to all the volunteers of Team Mitchell who attended the fundraiser and worked on the precincts to make sure we would be successful. Thank you to my church family, C.N. Jenkins, for your prayers. Thank you to the men of Omega Psi Phi fraternity for your support, and to that HBCU in Durham, North Carolina Central University. And last but not least, to that high school off Batesford Road, Doug C. You know. All right.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for my family, and some of them are here today, and I'm gonna ask them to raise their hand. My Aunt Ola Mitchell, will you please raise your hand, Auntie? Miss LaFrida Wallace, Aunt Trish, raise your hand. My sister who stole all the looks, Miss Kimberly Mitchell. I'm focused on probably the top 5 things I've always made passion to. Small business and minority participation. I want to bring solution for a safer Charlotte. I want to make sure our workforce development is successful as we look to provide opportunities for ages 18 to 24. and continue our work on affordable housing. And last but not least, thank you to my queen. I appreciate your love, your support, and being by my side through my illness. Miss Joan Elizabeth Higginbotham, I love you all my heart and soul. Can you please stand and be recognized? And to the city of Charlotte, the 14th largest city in America, but we have so much potential, so much promise. All in.
All in? Oh, my bad.
Okay, you got to say it like you love Charlotte. All in.
All in.
Together.
Together.
All in.
All in.
Together.
Together.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. First of all, I want to give glory to God, because when He is for us, who can be against us? My name is Renee Johnson, Renee Perkins Johnson, and I am honored to serve District 4. I say that every week when I introduce myself because I truly am honored to be here. Tonight, I'm being sworn in for a 4th term as your District 4 representative. I'm filled with deep gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose. To the residents of District 4, thank you for trusting me once again to serve, to listen, and to lead. District 4 has become one of the most engaged, vocal, and community-driven districts in our city. From neighbors showing up to rezoning meetings demanding to be heard, to our wonderful District 4 coalition. Your voices have shaped this district's direction. I'm sitting here tonight because you showed up, because you stayed engaged, and because you never stopped believing in what we could accomplish together. I also want to express my sincere appreciation to the organizations and community partners who publicly endorsed my reelection. Your support was not simply political. It was a statement about integrity, accountability, and community-centered leadership. Thank you to the Black Political Caucus, to the Charlotte Observer, to the Charlotte Firefighters Association, to the Charlotte Metrolina Labor Council, SEIU, the Red, White, and Blue North Carolina, and Unite Here North Carolina. Your trust, your advocacy, and your commitment to working families and vulnerable communities mean more to me than words can express. I'm honored to have your confidence. As we begin this new term, I recommit myself to the values that have guided my service: equity, transparency, compassion, and courage. We face big decisions in this city: affordability, transportation, infrastructure, small business support, and community stability. I will continue to push for solutions that put people first. Like you said, I'm looking forward to working beside you. Put people first, especially those with the least protection and the least power at the table. District 4 represents what Charlotte can be: diverse, dynamic, resilient, and full of possibility. But progress doesn't happen by accident. It happens when leadership listens, when residents are centered, and when decisions respect both our future and our history. That is the work I promise to continue this term. I want to take a moment to thank 2 groups that carried this campaign to the finish line. First of all, our volunteers, who were led by an amazing campaign manager and strategist, Monifa Drayton. Thank you, Monifa. I know you're watching. I hate to name names, but I'm going to name the names who are here. I do want to thank my volunteers, but I want to thank the folks who are here in the audience today. Tony Foreman, thank you for your support since the very beginning. Miss Ida Howe and Dr. Betty Howell Gray, thank you for your continued support, your fundraising, your donations. You've just been a rock. Thank you for speaking at that Black Political Caucus, leading that. So thank you. Thank you to Navita Bell. She is my angel since before I ran for office. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for your prayers and your support. Nixonette Wright, I see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an up-and-coming leader in District 4. Congratulations to your recent appointment to the Charlotte Business Inclusionary Committee. Willie Volz, thank you so much with Unite here. He has stood in 100-degree heat several times, so I appreciate your being here. Mr. Gary Alexander, is that you back there? He was here earlier, I saw him. He put out hundreds of signs. Miss Tony Mingo, Miss Antoinette Mingo, thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your leadership over the District 4 Coalition. Also, Ray, I see you as well. Thank you. Most importantly, and if I missed any volunteers who are here, stand up now so I can give you a shout out. Thank you all. Thank you to the volunteers who are watching at home also. But most importantly, to my family, to my in-laws who drove in from Ohio, Ms. Lois Johnson and Mr. Larry Lynch. Thank you for coming from Ohio after that terrific victory when we beat Michigan. Okay. Thank you to my children, my beautiful daughter, India, my son, BJ, and my grandson, Mr. Bishop Johnson. You want to stand up? You're looking awful sharp today. Thank you for being here. Finally, thank you to my husband, my wonderful husband of 32 years. Thank you, Bernard Johnson. Yeah. If you came to early voting, he was the man in the blue hat that I'm sure you got a ballot from, right? Thank you. You've been here since the beginning, obviously. The first time I went back to school to start on my associate degree. And you've been here for the subsequent degrees and now here through council. And every day since, you truly, truly, truly are my strength and the wind beneath my wings. So thank you. Thank you for your love, your patience, and your support on the long days and nights. Thank you for giving me the space to serve. You've kept me grounded, reminded me of my purpose, and carried me through the hardest moment. I love you, and I'm profoundly grateful for your strength and your sacrifice. To my colleagues on council and to our city staff, I look forward to the work ahead, sometimes in agreement, sometimes in debate, but always with shared commitment to serving this city with integrity and compassion. And to the people of District 4, this seat belongs to you. Your voices, your experiences, your concerns will continue to guide my decisions. I serve with fairness, transparency, and integrity. Thank you for the privilege of representing you. I am ready for this next chapter, and I'm ready to continue the work together. Thank you.
So I believe that everyone has had an opportunity to speak, and so we have one piece of business to do. I think it is time the council to elect a mayor pro tem. So with that, should I try once more? No, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Go
fine.
ahead. JD, would you be recognized, please?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Councilmember Dimple Ishmael for Mayor Pro Tem.
All right.
Second.
We have a motion, and who made the second?
I did.
All right, Ms. Ashmere. Okay. All right. Do we have any other motions on the floor? All right, Madam, for our, how do we address?
Discussion.
Was there anyone else with a motion?
Motion discussion. Just vote.
All right.
Don't we vote on that one?
We'll vote on this one first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vote on this
All
one.
in favor of, do we have any persons that would like to discuss or make any additional information available? All right, if there is none, all in favor of this motion, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyone who does not support that. All right, we have 4 yeses and 1 no.
I think we
This
need
is
no's,
the
Mayor.
opposed?
We don't need
Is that
no's.
what?
I was hoping that Ms. Mayfield has asked us
I'm
to have,
getting
to respect, to have people
motion.
that would be, in a motion, that we would be able to have it relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to do that.
All right,
Are you calling for another vote?
we call for the vote,
Yes.
and
All opposed?
all opposed. That was the question, it was 3 that were supportive, and the remaining amount.
4. There were 4 yeses.
4? All right, so we have 4.
All opposed?
And I guess the question that I have from the attorney is, when we've been doing this lately, we have been asked for people that did not approve the motion, so that we had a record of that.
you
So
wanna-
that's what I was thinking, is that we still maintain that record, but we'd,
Yeah.
okay?
All opposed, I would say call for all
Okay.
opposed.
All opposed.
Once the record of it.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many? 7? Do I have 7?
Yes.
7, all right,
May I have a
now.
motion?
All right, Ms. Mayfield?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to motion for us to select Councilmember James Mitchell as our next mayor pro tem.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the table for James Mitchell. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, are you prepared to vote?
Yes.
All right, if we're prepared to vote, all in favor, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I have 9? Is there anyone in opposition? I believe I had 9 hands. Madam,
Opposition.
I'm sorry.
Any
Anyone
opposed?
opposed?
Oh, yes.
All right, we have
3.
3, 1, 2, 3 in opposition. All right, so congratulations. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem. So, all right, so I believe that once again, we have run through the program of having this, with having us participate and get the ability of all of the changes that we want to have and make possible. I do believe that we have to ask council to please stay seated for photographs before we move into the next space that we are. I believe that for all of our guests, thank you for taking the time, for being here, for all that you've done and said and made it possible for the people that work in this city. We really appreciate that. I do believe that there is a small reception outside of the,
Desserts are outside. Save me a chocolate chip cookie.